Let us know when it gets.
The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm Ariana.
And I am Brittany.
And this is
An AMD Conversation.
Week number 40 and some change.
Period.
Almost at a year.
No, literally.
40 and some change, and that's all that
No,
matters.
for real,
Another week with you guys.
Damn, I forgot. And Rich isn't here to have my back. Usually he'll come through with the
Shout
number.
out to Rich Almighty. He is on vacation with our Madam President Maria. It's actually in Italy, so it's like...
I know. I'm jealous.
What? Live it up.
No,
I hope he comes back
literally
tan and happy.
Homeland. I know that's right.
Like,
period.
I'm ready for the story.
Okay. He gonna have
I'm ready for the vacation, baby. JK. Well, whatever, God's plan. Whatever.
No, literally.
Week number 40 and some change.
Period.
Very highly educated week.
Mm-hmm.
Some new shit we learned.
Right.
Some shit we got to share with the people.
Right. Because I didn't know. Well, I mean, it takes
gist.
a little bit to self
reflect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this week we are talking about the Enneagram test. And it is like, not verbatim, but by definition, a psychology test that basically describes your personality type.
And your behaviors,
And
yeah.
What? And communication skills, because when I read mine, I was like, oof.
Right. Childhood traumas. Well, the way, I mean,
basically.
Shit made sense to me.
It's like it really, so it's the numbers, the Enneagram test, you basically get a number, and it's the numbers based on your personality, but it's broken up 1 through 9. Mm-hmm. And once the test is, I think it was
180 questions. I tried to do that shit after drinking and just like I was laying in bed, like I got home on a Saturday night. I'm like, okay, well maybe I should do the test. It said 180 questions. I said, God damn. It was like, it should take like 35 minutes. 35 for 180 questions is not enough time. That took me like an hour and a half.
It definitely took me, close to the same.
I didn't think it was going to. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I actually hate tests that give you like 4 options, it's
so
5, like never, a little bit,
most likely, neutral, always, like basically strongly agree or
please give me agree, disagree. Just give me agree, disagree, because I'm gonna fuck it.
Did you go back on any of yours and assess? Me
too.
I'm
like, oh, that's why it took so long. Like, I'm like, well, wait. What
I gotta see how I really feel about that.
Wait, well, maybe it's not a little bit. Maybe we're just in the middle.
One thing I appreciate about the test, it's asking us, or like whoever takes it, which I will link it in the description, and it's free to take. You, of course, could like pay for an upgraded version broken down of your your personality type, but I love that it's asking us the questions. It's not like a zodiac where it's like, because you were born here, this is it. Yeah. It's like, but you chose this. Yeah. This is your personality, which that's one thing I actually saw from a senior psychologist, and she was saying like, your Enneagram number is your number now, but with trauma or life experiences, your number could change.
Yeah, right. Because
right now it's looking...
Things just change. Like, life changes. Your
Personalities,
mindset
humor.
changes. Everything changes. Yeah. So, shit.
Yeah. So,
what was your number?
I was going
to ask you, but I was like, I'm just going to wait.
So, the even crazier backstory, I'm obsessed with psychology. If I got my master's, that's like one of the top 3 things I would get it for. That was one of my favorite classes in college. Yeah, loved
psychology.
it.
I love psychology.
Loved it.
Psychology and, what was it,
sociology. See, I didn't love sociology as much because I liked more, and goes with my Enneagram number, but everything for me is black or white. There is no gray. Okay. From a lot of things.
Well, period. We ain't got the same number.
Right. I didn't think we would. I did not think we would, but that's why I love. Like, if my mom stopped being a bitch, Christina, if you're watching this, pay for my master's.
Girl.
Goddamn. Fucking hell. Shit. You got it. Pay for it. But definitely, so I saw this from Megan Fox on Call Her Daddy, and then I looked up. Basically, she was, Zodiac signing it down, Enneagram scoring it down, and, talking about people and hers and how she's perceived and how the world perceives her through her Enneagram. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, let me take mine. And then I took mine, I said, oh.
Word.
Whew, they got me.
Right.
nothing was missed.
Right.
So then I texted Britt, I said, you got to take it. And then hers was so spot on. We did not tell each other's numbers, but we were texting and YouTubing it and just dove right into
getting our own little insight.
Research. What? Market research. So
period.
My Enneagram number.
Dun dun dun.
Drum roll, please. My Enneagram number is an 8.
Mine's a 7.
I should have fucking known, because it's so funny. Enneagram 8s really gravitate towards 7s.
That's so fucking funny.
That is so funny.
And the 8 was like, well, I was watching a YouTube video,
really
and the 8 was playing as I was like finishing getting ready, because I'd watched the whole 7. That is funny.
I love
and I was
that.
looking at like the 8 wing, and I was like, that's not. And I did think about you when there was like the
8s.
Yeah, like because there's like the wings, and then you can either be like it's either
a
or number,
spectrum-y.
either it's usually the number beside you. So yours would be 7, 9. Mine is 7, 6, 8.
Yeah.
But I was like, the 8 wing, I don't know, but like it reminded me of somebody.
I am very much an Enneagram 8. Yeah, that shit really.
No, literally.
When it was talking about the communication style, and one of the things broken down in the test for the Enneagram test is basically like things to avoid, like negatives and positives, like things that work for us, things that don't work for you, traumas that can affect you, traumas that won't affect you. And it all was so fucking spot on. And just communication styles that work and don't work for us. And, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Right. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I listened to the part of the childhood while I was getting ready, and I think that's what made me think of you.
Was it the Enneagram childhood?
Yeah,
or the Enneagram? Was
like
it
the way
sibling?
that. No. Just like your childhood and like how your childhood it was to affect it. Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? It 100%. Was like basically like saying like, you know, like usually like the father figure like kind of isn't there, and the mom is there that like picks up, you know what I mean? Picks up what girl, I heard it.
And I hope everybody watching takes the test. Like Britt said, it's super lengthy, but that shit is so spot on. And if you do take it, comment what your number is.
Take it
DM
like
us.
in the afternoon sometime before dinner.
Take it on the toilet. Like, go shit and take your Enneagram test.
You will be shitting, and then maybe like take a second, take a shower, come back to it. I was scared it was going to time out, and I was going to have to do it again. I was like, I'm not doing this ever again. I want to get through it.
I definitely went back on a few, and I was like, actually, I feel strongly about that. Like,
no,
I put
right.
Neutral, and I'm like,
I was like, no, actually,
strongly
always
agree. Like, okay, so Britt and I actually have some things regarding our Enneagram numbers saved just to show, to really speak to our personality types.
Right.
But mine is I'm type 8, which is hysterical. So I'm like type 8 and type A are so similar, which I am both. But it says, just like a brief blurb, it says, 8s are natural leaders, will empower, sparkle at their hands. You want to rule the world and stand out. And you do so because you are the most outstanding type. And I know that to be true. It's spot on about myself. Do you have like the general little synopsis of your save?
Yes. So type 7 is the enthusiast.
Yeah.
The restless explorer. You are the one who is always going after whatever makes you feel alive. You're like a Pandora box. Nobody knows what's coming next. Spontaneous, versatile, and highly stimulated. You're up to new intense things, which is always me. Like, I'm always trying to figure out something new to do. I'm always like, when I'm bored with something, that's it.
Food-wise, like, you'll be like on a new recipe, and I'm like,
babe, it's very rare that I'm making the same thing twice. If it is, it's my favorite thing, and I'm probably gonna, obviously, I'm making that twice. But baby, I hate eating the same foods. I don't want to fucking hear the same story. I'm a person that's like, if you're telling me the same story, I'm like, yeah, we already talked about that. Because like, we're not about to go through this again. I've done that so many times that I used to not do it. I think somebody did it to me, and I was like, oh, I'm taking that shit. Yeah, we already talked about it. I remember. Remember I said, but definitely on to new things. I think in the video that I watched, it was like, you know, like, I'm like, they're trying to tell me about myself. And he's like, I mean, hopefully you got past that part, because I'm sure as a 7, you probably zoned out, weren't fucking listening. I was like, You got me there.
Because the Enneagram like video that I watched, and it was like, you know, the same one, like same style, like telling us about herself. Mine was like, I know you're not gonna apologize, and it was like a girl pretending to be an 8, and she was like, I'm not gonna apologize because you were wrong, and I know the truth. And I'm like, the amount of times the word truth comes out of my truth, vibe, and fuck are like the words I like overuse. Like,
right.
It's definitely like. It's really, like, to me, I mean, it's very similar to a zodiac, but it's so spot on to define a fucking personality type, and it's, like, I'm, like, tripped out about it, because there was not one thing that I seen that was inaccurate about my number.
Right. Because I feel like your astrology doesn't have anything to do with how you were raised, like, it's just
it
how
change.
you move in life, like, you know what I mean? That's more of, like, the, I guess, more than just, like, this is more like the what, whether it's, like, the... Not
the why.
The why.
Yeah.
The why.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is, and too, like that psychologist said, like, it can change with trauma or, like, life experience, but, like, as of right now, you're a 7, I'm an 8, and it is spot on.
Right.
Spot fucking on.
And honestly, like, we're in an age in our lives where, like, that it may not change, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, how many experiences could we have that could change, like, the view that we have on life? Like, I feel like we've grown this view.
I don't think mine will change because as I get older, more of the things that were said become more true.
Set in, right?
What? Like, well, I have I don't want to say a chart, but just like a few bullet points, and it says what it's like to be an 8. And number 1 is I've been told that I'm blunt and aggressive. Doing things halfway is not my spiritual gift. I enjoy a good verbal sarcasm. I think I'm witty, and I definitely see how I come off as assholey when I'm definitely thinking, like, I'm being witty. Like, it's like, okay. Like, I just, I'm not going to apologize, like the thing said. Like,
no, right. That's funny.
like the last one on this list, it says, under my tough exterior is a loving heart, and that's so fucking true. This is pretty sad. It says, I know I'm... You're a dick. It says this. It says, I know I'm respected, but sometimes I want to be loved.
Because, bitch, you demand respect. You can't demand love. Like, bitch, they running away. Run.
So this is really a breakdown of also why I'm single. On here, it also says I'm wary of people who are super nice. I cannot fucking stand people who are super. I think it is so obnoxious. Like, I literally, like, my brothers and I have this conversation. I have never in my life desired to be described as nice. Like, to me, nice is a people pleaser, a pushover. Like, I do not care for the word nice. I've never wanted to be described as nice. So, like, this saying I'm weary of super nice people, I'm like, not weird. I fucking hate them. You're obnoxious. Right. You're nice. Good for you.
Like, why are you so nice?
This one also says I can sniff out other people's weaknesses the first time I meet them. I literally can look at somebody and be like, oof. This is where their where their shortcoments come in.
Heard, see you.
I see you. I see through you. Like,
no, literally.
What about a number 7 was just so, like, aside from the general synopsis, was so fucking spot on for you? Like, that you were like, yep, that's me. Like, they got me.
Well, more than, like, it's like, there's, like, one part that was just, like, you're, like, a person that is always, like, the life of the party. Somebody that's always, like,
outgoing.
Not positive, outgoing, trying to, like, keep the fucking party going, like, and always trying to go on a different trip, have a new experience, go do something new. I'm like...
Same. Got me. You got me.
You got me there, baby.
I have a like more so like a meme save, but it's basically like an if Enneagram number types were a t-shirt. And yours is my brain is filled with song lyrics and movie quotes, and mine is I never argue, I just explain why I'm right.
And that's true, because, like, I can quote anything.
Yeah, I
always try to. Or, like, it just runs in my head. Like, if something I've seen before.
It's there. It's stored.
Right.
Got it.
A TikTok baby. I'm a TikTok. I'm a walking TikTok. Literally. Oh my gosh.
This one is really cute too for mine that as one of the screenshots I'd saved when we were doing the research, but it's basically, it says type 8. I wish my significant other knew when you point out my mistakes, it makes me feel inadequate. Like the minute criticism, whether it be constructive or not, is absolutely not for me. It's not for me.
Right.
Especially if you tell me after the fact. That makes me livid. I can't go back in the past and change it. I can't perfect things. I can't work on things because that is done.
Right.
Telling me after the fact makes me irate. Now I'm just going to start, all right, we're airing out some mistakes.
I don't like when people do that anyway.
It's so like it's
passive aggressive.
It is, and it's not productive at all. If you wait until something is done to try to help me fix it or work on it or point out the errors in it, the flaws, like it pisses me off. That was actually that one of the quotes on here too. It says, you know, for type 8, that the significant other should know. It says, "I need independence and do not want to be controlled." Oh, the irony!
Dun, dun,
the
dun.
irony. It says, "When I raise my voice, it's usually because I'm passionate about something."
That's me.
I'm
too,
just
man.
loud.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just our upbringing too. Like
it's my
you
mom.
had to.
Yeah.
really had to enunciate and project our voice to be heard.
No, literally. I think when it was talking about like my childhood and like how it kind of signifies who I am, I think it was like your mom basically like having a lot to do, having like not enough time.
Yeah, your mom was super busy.
I mean, she got 2 kids and then she always worked. Like she always worked a lot. Like, you know what I mean? So that's when I was taking care of my brother and sisters.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? But like, obviously that is a part of the way that why I am so independent, and that's why I always kind of strive to have more, or like, you know what I mean, so I'm not like without anything. And I was like,
yours was the type 7 is described as the enthusiast, right? Yeah so that makes sense, just like seeking out and trying
trying new things. It was like a lot of times like you make a lot of different friends because you're able to relate in different ways because you've dibbled and dabbled in so many different things. Which, babe, if you see my real resume, because my resume does not have all the things that I've done. Because like,
you can't put
why
it
are
all.
you worried about that? You're gonna get the most important things and to the job that I'm applying for, babe. But like, I've done so many different things. I've tried so many different jobs, like in hospitals, like healthcare, service, like beauty industry, like so many different things. And I'm just like, I'm a walking resume, honestly. And then it also said something about me always having FOMO. And I was like, literally, I can literally say I don't want to do anything, but I lied. And I still feel like I want to go.
I think that's why I like going out. Why you and I work so well, because I definitely like to plan. And two, though, like, I mean, it's probably my Enneagram type, and I just don't know it, but like, I always know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, this is it. This is where we're going. This is who's aside from, I mean, it has to be my personality type. It has to be an Enneagram 8. I know who's working the door. I know who's bartending. I know who's DJing. All I have to do is tell you the vibe, and you're out.
Right.
You're, you know, that's it. It's planned. You just come along.
Right. And I'm going to go with the flow kind of
And that's it. We're going to get fucked up and have a ball.
Right. And I'll go with the flow. I don't like to plan things. Like, I like fun things that happen and happenstance.
Fall into place. Yeah. No. I think I would have, like, some type of allergic reaction to.
Yeah, you would. You would.
An Enneagram 8. I'm going to make the plans. I'm going to solidify the plans, too.
All right.
Did you see anything that wasn't spot on or true for yours? No. Same.
Only like when it was like the wings, like
the spectrum, like where you could fall.
Yeah. One was like, well, with the 8, it was like you're really assertive, like you're like always like going for your dreams, which makes you a little more selfish, like a lot selfish because you're trying to like follow your dreams and like succeed and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I'm not really a selfish person in general. Like maybe selfish with my time, but like. If that's the worst,
typical selfish way, right?
Yeah, like not for any other thing, but just to like
take a minute.
Out.
Yeah, regroup. The only thing I seen for my Enneagram type was it said basically like I look for. It didn't say it's verbatim, but the way I perceived it was I look for weaker friends because I'm so protective and aggressive and can be overbearing. Like I like really subdued personalities, and I'm like that's. Not our friend group at all. Like, I mean, some people are more chill than me, which is most people, because I'm very high strung. But like, everybody is very like set and assertive in who they are. Like nobody is like weak or like easily bullied or like an insecure person that like, at least that comes to mind in our like immediate circle. So I was like, I don't see that. I mean, yes, I'm extremely overprotective, but
I mean, maybe
all my people can fend for themselves.
No,
and do.
right. And I'm not saying that this is anything like with like because like Ashley and Morgan, those are your chosen. You didn't choose me, babe.
No.
I just
here we are.
I'm just here. Like, you know what I mean? So you like
the
so I'm different. But exactly, like they're not your
highly confrontational.
they're not your like high strung personality. And they're not like they're not running in a room. Sometimes you can not know that they're there. Like, because they're just chill.
They're in the zone.
And they're vibing
That's
out,
so
like hanging, like, you know what I mean? So maybe that is kind of
the version.
Because
I was like, I don't know any friend that like, because it said too, like they were using the example of like a friend getting bumped in the club, and I'm like, and of course the Enneagram lady is like, did they bump? Which is me. I will fucking, if you get bumped in a club, and especially if I'm sober, I will mush the fuck out of them. Like I will fuck somebody up for you, especially if I care about you. Like, but none of my friends would be like disregarded and accepting of that. Like I like very like authentic, specific people. Like it can be oddly specific, but it's like it's, you know, they're just true to themselves and authentic in that. And like when I said that, I was like, I don't like a pushover, bitch. Like that's, you won't work for me because I'm gonna push you fucking. But I'm gonna make you want to just jump. I'm gonna really whittle you down with my sarcastic type 8 personality. Like, it's over. Yeah. It's over.
Babe.
It's over. What other screenshots did you have for your type 7?
Let's see. So I literally, it looks like there's one thing that's like how you love.
I think I have that too. I just gotta find it.
No, it's fine. Mine says love can be the most attractive thing for 7s. Remember when you first fell in love with somebody and how your story became a movie you watched before your eyes, like as if you were so cute. All those incredible feelings while girl, don't know me like Fireworks by Katy Perry. Let's get a different song. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Swap out.
Right. We'll swap out this song.
Maybe we'll just Fireworks by Alicia Keys.
Yeah. Because for real, that was a good song.
That was a great song. I
remember the first time I listened to that song. I remember the first time I listened to a lot of Drake songs, and that's so weird. But I love it.
The Enneagram 7 for you.
But it says, you are a huge fan of love since it represents the plenitude of life, and it gives you unbelievable shots of energy to the face. Life. No,
you just
face
like it
life
upfront
as you
and
should.
wild, yeah.
And like just like I've always just, and I thought it was just like my sign.
Yeah.
But I've always like said I'm like very like in love, like I'm very passionate, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, I like new experiences. I love the feeling of butterflies in your stomach that you get when you first meet somebody, or those first messages. I'm a screenshot queen. I probably have everybody's first messages to me.
I will go reread a message so fucking quick, and I'm like, oh,
me too. Unless it was a message from me that I sent while I was drunk. I don't want to read that message.
No, never. I'm sorry, I didn't send it. Didn't count. Wasn't my personality.
I deleted it. Didn't happen to me. But
that is so stinking cute.
No, literally, and it makes sense. Like it just like
it works. That's I swear by this test. Like if you just want to like, I feel like it's really good for self development. Like I definitely like assess some of the things I could be working on. Like my communication is piss poor. It's either extremely aggressive and direct, or it's not at all. And sometimes it can be offensive. But like I definitely was seeing like the strengths and weaknesses and stuff that I could work on for myself, and just like. Also, how I got to this personality type. Yeah. Like, that was, like, huge. And I'm like, no lies were told. No lies were told.
Right. It's hard to see yourself in a mirror when you're the one in the front seat. Like, you know what I mean? It's
always easier from the outside looking in.
Yeah. So you can't, like, your experiences are your experiences, but they're not always perceived the same way.
This one is, I saved another one that was like, it has all the numbers, but it said what each type thinks when facing a problem. So number 4 is, I feel hurt and I need to express myself.
Number 4?
You're 7. I'm sorry.
No,
number 7.
Okay.
Number 7 is, there might be a few things going on, but I'm fine. Which is so fucking true.
Very much.
Because you have been in like some shitty ass situations, and you're like, this is the universe's plan for me, and I'm like, fuck that. Let's fix this. Let's make some calls. I'll send out some emails, and you're like literally crying and just like grounding yourself on a blanket outside with your crystals, and you're like, I guess this was what was meant to be. The fuck, it's not.
No, right.
Which is, okay, so again, it says what each type thinks when facing a problem. It says 8. The situation makes me angry, and I'm going to have to let it out.
No, yeah, you do. You sure do.
What?
Uh-huh.
I don't think, like, one thing the pod doesn't know, but obviously I know you know, I have tried to fix things by being aggressive with them. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there's one specific thing, I swear, if you punch it, it will... What is it? It'll go back.
Please, Lord, tell her that don't work.
It does. Can't tell me different. I don't listen.
I said, babe, you keep punching your damn car. Like, nothing's going to happen. If you hit it, it's not going to do anything.
Speaking of which, one of the weaknesses for an Enneagram 8, it says aggressive, demanding, insensitive, blunt, easily angered. No lies were told.
No.
I don't think it's a weakness. I just think it's true.
Right. Yeah. Period.
That's it. That's it.
No, literally. Yeah, mine, I think when I was like watching the video, it kind of talked about like the way that it said something about like me having like a low pain tolerance. So I don't like to like sit in that pain, like in that and that feeling of sadness or like grief or like stuff like that. So a lot of times when I am like an unhealthy 7, like you know what I mean? It's like gluttony, it's like overusing things, over drinking, overeating, overbuying things, like you know what I mean? That's how I kind of like suck with like my pain and stuff like that.
That's one thing too. Just to like explain for the pod, like it explains the healthy version of your personality type and the unhealthy. And the unhealthy is just things that you will do that basically like
you're
not self-serving, that are not self-serving and things to be mindful of. I don't remember what I mean, I know what my unhealthy is. It's me. It's my defensiveness. Like, the minutes I'm in, because it says, like, one of my biggest fears is being controlled or being hurt by people, which is so true. Like, I can't stand because of how loyal and how dedicated I am to people in all walks of life, friendship, relationship, family, that, like, being hurt by them. So I get so defensive, and to the point of I get defensive before the incident could happen, and then I become the bad guy in it, and it's...
It never had to be that way.
Like, but in true, but like, I'll get you before you get me. Like,
right.
That's one thing I think, like, my mom says all the time is she's just like, like, it's describing me. I don't start anything. Like, you'll never get a fight out of me first. But when you start a fight with me, all hell will break loose. Like, I mean, I think I've talked about it on the pod. One of the goals from my last therapist was for me not to attend every argument I was invited to. Strike through, line through that. And my literal response to her, like my instinctual response, not only am I going to attend each argument I'm invited to, I'm now the host.
Right.
I've taken over the party. Bitch, you're not done till I'm done. You better be prepared for that. Like, don't release the Kraken. But it's, again, that's an unhealthy 8. It's just like, I can thrive in conflict, and especially because it's a defense mechanism to protect my heart. And it's like, well...
Now we're here.
You started it. I'm going to finish it every fucking time.
Now we're here.
And here we are with it.
No, literally.
Oh, actually I have I saved it for both of us too. It's the title of it is Enneagrams. You know you're growing up when. It's basically showing us in our healthy light.
Oh, here we go.
So it says for 7, you know, Enneagram 7, you know you're growing up when the need to escape difficult situations or emotions lessens, even if only a tiny bit. You don't feel the need to run. Don't run, hun. Don't run. When you notice you are accomplishing tasks with accuracy in the moments, when you can find the silver lining in FOMO and still allow the disappointment of it. When you find This doesn't make sense. When you find you allow yourself to experience all emotions, especially sadness, do you not allow yourself to? Okay.
I don't cry.
Okay.
Unless that's to it, Izzy. Or I get really mad.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Crying out of anger. I hate that we cry out of anger. And it says the times you are able to live truly present and in the moment, no matter how briefly. Mm-hmm. That's how you know.
Yeah, because I'm moving on fast. Moving on to different things. Like, trying to, like, I think one of the things was that I have a hard time. I have a hard time, like, what is it, like, when you believing in myself, basically, because a lot of things come really easy to me, whether so other people
you have self-doubt or you don't.
I have a lot of self-doubt because everything comes so easy to me, where I'm not doing enough because everybody else has to work a little bit harder than I do, where it comes, like, flows to me very, very easy.
So the Enneagram 8, you're growing up when? This is all funny because I don't think any of this is going to apply right now because I'm definitely in an unhealthy 8 Enneagram, but I'm working on it.
Right.
It says you find yourself pausing to consider someone's feelings before reacting. Still working on that. When you realize how deserving you are of being supportive / helped instead of feeling like it's a weakness. I'm still working on that. When you open up and lean into vulnerability, even though it's hard as hell. I'd rather eat glass than do that. And it says, in the moments when you make room for someone else's truth, I have no comment. When you allow yourself space to tap into your emotions.
Your ass is liable to pick a different number for yourself just to have easier goals.
I literally would just, I'm a 2, like an Enneagram 2, because all of that is so fucking true. I mean, I definitely can, like, acknowledge other people's emotions, but it's to an extent of just, like, you need to get a grip. Like,
right.
We're bossing up, we're moving on. Like, literally, if I'm ever, like, sad, which my moon is in Cancer, so it's, like, I do get sad sometimes, but I'm like, bitch, boss up. Like, where's Ari Jenner when you need her? Move on. Right. Go learn something. Do something. Like, succeed in something. Don't sit here in these emotions. So I definitely can acknowledge if I don't really sit with my own. I'm sure I don't sit with other people's that well, but,
it is what it is.
I'm gonna work on those. Yeah. I'm aware of my flaws. Babe, goals. I'm aware of my flaws and
goals. Did you see the tips to grow and like stuff like that?
Yeah,
what would you think? Mine
was
basically
Hang on, I have it in a screenshot. But so I have so this is I think this one really applied to me, and that's why I screenshotted it. But it says type 8 communication styles. It says my strengths: direct, straightforward, honest, protective, and confident. Which is definitely that's definitely a way to explain my communication style. And I did read my weaknesses a minute ago. It said aggressive, demanding, insensitive, blunt, easily angered. And it says my common words / sayings: control, protect, strong, don't tell me what to do. You know? Which is funny because that's an ongoing joke between me and Carol. Like, if I'll be like, oh, we should do this for dinner. And me and her will both respond, don't. And it means don't tell me. Don't, like, literally, like, or we'll say to each other, don't tell. Don't. Right. Don't. But it says, to also how to communicate with an Enneagram 8, be straightforward like I am, give me time to process privately. And I just value people who give me time to process and don't look for, like, just me to be, like, just, I can't be on all the time, and, like, I do need, like, especially with negative things, like, I take, like, easily 2 to 3 business days to process what I'm going through. Like, I might initially be aggressive, and then days later be sad, or, like, I also very easily get over things. Like, you could offend the fuck out of me, and I probably won't even remember. I'm not a good grudge holder, so, like, I loved that tip and trick for people with dealing with me. Just give me time to process, especially privately. Like, don't look for me to be, like, engaging with you about my emotions, because I need a minute. We literally, me and you just said this, like I'm not someone you can, well, you're the same way, but I'm not someone you can get attached to my outcome or my, like, emotions, because I move on quickly, or I don't know how the fuck I feel about it. So it's like, don't be attached to, like, what I'm doing, who I'm doing shit with, or don't be overly attached, because we're moving on.
Right.
We're taking a minute to even get there. Like, shit.
No, right.
Did any of yours that say about like growth and just how to be better like really spark any interest for you, or like?
Well, they really did make a lot of sense for me. Like, a lot of it was like to show yourself a lot of gratitude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
again,
you said,
like, you know what I mean? Like,
and just moving forward.
Yeah, like you are, like, you know what I mean? Show yourself gratitude so you're not moving on so fast, and like sit and like finish something, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know that, like, you know what I mean? Another one was like meditation for obvious reasons,
To
and
sit with yourself.
and to say no. Like, you know what I mean? You're allowed to say no, to like say no more often. You don't have to go to everything, attend to everything, do everything. Like you can bitch, you can say no.
That's so funny, because one of mine was never has a problem saying no.
Right.
And sometimes I don't have a problem saying no, but I don't want to say it's hard for me to say no, but I really like to be, I'm a busybody, but two, I like to be everywhere for everyone that I care about. So like I do have a hard time saying no because I'm demanding, according to the Enneagram 8 type.
Right.
So like I like to, if someone demands something or requires something of me, to meet that 120-fold, because I require that of other people. So I don't think it's a hard time saying no, but it's just a hard time just breaking up yeses, like extreme yeses, things that I absolutely should be doing versus things I don't have to do.
You don't have to.
Like everything doesn't have to be extreme. Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I'm trying to think, what else did I have? I had so much shit saved for our fucking Enneagrams. My test is right here, and I'm just like, ugh.
Right.
Definitely, like, you got me. Like, so actually the way it described hurt me, it's like a stray dog that's caught in something, and it's like you go to like for example, like, I don't want to say a bear trap, 'cause that's horrible, but like a dog that's stuck in a trap, and like the dog is barking and biting, and it's like it's hurt and needs help, but it's so aggressive, it's like it doesn't understand people are coming to help. And I was like, oof,
sorry,
that's a really aggressive on my fucking throat way to describe the fact of like how I am when I'm hurt.
Sorry.
I'm not accepting of the help. That's probably why I ghosted my therapist, real shit, because I'm like, but you did. I did. I definitely, and like the worst part is I thought about doubling back, like, hey, it's me again.
Hi.
Just like ain't shit, man. Like, hey, what's been up? Like, I didn't just ghost her. Like, what's new? Like,
sorry, I lost my insurance.
One of the things it said that is this is really cute, but it's like, bitch, I don't know. It says that it told me to work on is being open-hearted. It says, remember, nobody and nothing can damage your essence. It cannot be damaged. Forgive yourself and open your heart again. And bitch, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right.
I think too, like in just my last relationship and like all the shit I dealt with, like the only regret I have, or the only hard part I have about moving on, is the anger I have with myself for the things I allowed, the things I participated in, like my reactive nature to things that did not deserve my energy in the slightest. So when it said, open your heart and forgive again, I was like, ugh.
Okay, whatever.
Slowly
but
surely.
One day.
But surely. Yeah. We'll get there.
Right. Well, shit. You gotta do what you gotta do. It takes time.
It does. I really hope our friends take the test.
I want to know everybody's number now. I wish it was like 30 questions, so it's easier
I wish it was longer. Let's really get to the nitty-gritty of who you are, why you were that way. You're healthy versus you're unhealthy.
Right.
Like, what can you work on? What's your communication skills? What's your strengths, your weaknesses?
Yeah, I think that's more. I think that's the you work. Like at that point, you got the number, babe. You know where it's going with this. You know what to do. Like you've got all the tools at this point.
It really is like a Post-it. Like it really does divide up. Like you're good here. You're okay here. This is
you could work on this.
You gotta be side-eyeing it. Be mindful, because it's the Enneagram is no joke. Shout out to science. Shout out to our developing personalities. Like,
period.
It's some real shit.
It is. Take it serious.
Yeah,
do it.
Take the test. Please take the test. Like you're gonna learn something about yourself. Shit, you're gonna learn just something about your friends if you guys share your numbers.
Right. Yeah, I want everybody to take it.
Did you learn anything from my Enneagram that you Didn't know. I know, because you know.
Because it's me looking at you.
Know,
like, I see you. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
and obviously, just like when I took mine and I seen my number, it's like, okay.
Makes
sense. Like,
yeah, nothing
obviously.
of yours was surprising. Like,
no, it's because that's just who I, like, I'm very positive. I'm the viber. Like, you know what I mean? People are calling me, hey, what are you doing? Like, because, you know, they know I'm going to have a great time. Yeah, like, no 100%. Matter what it is we're doing, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to be positive. I'm not a person that sits on negative emotions. Like, no. You're calling me if you want to have fun. Because I'm just going to be fun. Like, I'm not, like, bringing anything crazy. I'm not doing anything, like, not overdoing too much. I'm just being myself.
You're going to call me to create the plan, help facilitate the plan, know the plan. Just create.
No, for sure.
I'm ground zero. Then we're just building up. Yeah, you're level 2. Level 1, you're in the next level.
I'm just I'm in the elevator, just coming.
But that's it. Please take the test. The link is going to be in our description. We want to hear your number. So comment on our shit or text us, DM us, whatever you can do.
Right.
But 2, our party's coming soon.
Period.
Yeah, watch
almost
out for
at 52.
Episode 52, we will be having a live watch party at the studio. So look out for the invitation. It is invite only. Motherfuckers do not come uninvited.
Ari does not do an open invite for anything, actually.
And 2, especially with like the money that'll go into that. No. You thought, no. And it's literally a limited space because it's at the studio. So be on the lookout for that. But until next time.
Period. And this is an A&B conversation.